can't say that to me. Can he say that to me?
Did you caddy for him in that Ryder Cup?
No, not a chance.
It's the president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
He was telling this 56.
Oh my God, this flight's going to LA and you're going to Hong Kong. Quick, get off, get off.
This is a good one, actually. I don't know who sent this in.
And I just turned around and I said, listen, you don't want to meet Cricket Theodore.
Because you play your best when you say nothing at all.
Talking of drinking, it says the best player to go for a beer with.
There's a couple.
I'll go with Darren Clark, I think, after
I was going to
10
say,
years with Clarkey, I think.
I'm going to say Clarkey.
Swilled a few Guinnesses
Clarkey
in
was
that
good.
time,
Yeah.
and a few sea breezes.
I would agree, he's good fun, Clarkey. Good company, isn't he?
Yeah.
I got on a
Anyone
flight.
else?
I got on a flight with him to from Hawaii, from Maui to Honolulu, and we'd sat on the beach in the afternoon. He'd had 13 vodka sea breezes. I'd had 12. I could hardly speak. So I get on the plane. Obviously, he turns left. Caddies. There's no left turn for Caddies. There's a right turn. Fall fast asleep. Well, flight takes off and lands in Honolulu. Now we're getting off in Honolulu, staying the night. Next day, flying to Hong Kong for the World Cup. He gets off. My bag's going round and round. Of course, I'm still fast asleep on the flight that's now refueling to go into Los Angeles, and I'm still on the flight. And the last bloke on the flight says to the stewardess, "This bloke sat in my seat." So she tapped me and I went, "No, 52E, whichever." And she goes, "Oh my God, this flight's going to LA and you're going to Hong Kong. Quick, get off, get off." I'm walking down the front of the plane. I've staggered in. They're shutting the door on the aeroplane as I get off. I mean, I was going to Hong Kong and nearly end up in Los Angeles. Imagine that. And he's at the baggage cabin. Oh, Jesus Christ, where is this knobhead?
And Clarkey has no patience when it comes
Oh,
to
no.
that.
Don't want to
Zero.
wait in 2 minutes, does he? So, yeah, that was a close call.
All right, here's one. How often do players change their equipment now compared to when you started caddying?
A lot more.
Yeah, a lot more, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, guys who used the same irons for 2 or 3 seasons, weren't they, back then, you know? Change a driver once every couple of years. Now, they say, well, the driver face is cracked too often now, don't they? So,
I think most players probably go through 3 or 4 sets of wedges for a start.
yeah,
They
you go
always
through.
want. They always
And
want
they're always
them-
swapping and changing shafts and
Yeah,
So
and like you say,
driver
these,
heads.
the drive. I mean, the drivers now they keep bringing out the new models. Seems every 3-4 months. Oh, we got this one that
and they want
bigger, it's better, it's faster.
and they want him to use it so that they can market it and sell it. I mean, that's
Tell you what, if you'd had every driver that guaranteed you it 10 yard further, they'd be in it 628 yards
Yeah,
now,
I've often
wouldn't they?
thought that when I watch
Eh?
the ads. Yeah. This one goes 9 yards further than the other one. When you've said that 50 times, you should be. Mind you, some of them are.
but I mean,
We were chatting last night, weren't we? Who's the lad who, your face when he said, you said,
Oh, he
no,
said
no,
he'd
no.
fly the wall at Renaissance down
yes,
the last.
yeah, and you said no.
Flies
no,
at
he won't.
375.
He said
and
he
like
does
that,
fly
yeah.
at 375, and you were like, oh, all right, then maybe you would.
Fly at 175, me now.
Oh dear.
I've got one here. What did you buy with your first tournament win? I think I bought a packet of digestive biscuits. Probably got about 30 quid or something.
I can't remember anything like that. I can't remember. I think I'd had a good run. This is later on. This is probably halfway into as long as I've caddied, but I can remember having a good run of tournaments and buying a Range Rover.
Ooh, look at you.
you're a posh
When was
bastard,
that?
aren't you? Huh? No, I think mine was put it towards buying my first house. I think that's where it went.
Yeah. How many you got now then?
No,
Talking of
just one.
My first house.
One. I'm broke.
I just rent the other 9 out now. Have you ever overruled a player on a shot, got it wrong, and it's cost them a tournament win or major or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you? Go on then. Where?
A few times.
He's trying to remember which one.
But
Trying to
it's-
sift through one.
Look, it's one of those. You know, I think many times you make that call and it's the right call. But you know, there's been other occasions when you've made that call, he's gone with you, and it's cost you
You generally
thousands
make
of
that.
dollars.
Most of the time, you're making that call together, though, aren't you? When it's
Yeah.
a call. I mean, if you're in the middle of the fair, that don't happen from the middle of the fair. It's normally in the, like
But
you were talking about.
I've always said, and
fly a lie, or
and I think you'll agree with me, yeah. When a guy's playing well, you're both thinking the same thing, and you're basically on autopilot. It's when his game's off and he's not actually flushing it. That's when it gets tough.
Yeah.
Because you're not quite sure whether he's going to flush this thing or he's going to miss it.
just blame the player then. It's the easy way.
Yeah, don't we all? I had a good one at St Melian,
Was that in that B&H?
Benson Edges, last hole.
Seve.
I'm caddying for Seve. He's got a shot to the green, 205 yards or whatever it was, and it was like a sliding to the bridge. It was right in between a 4-iron and a 5-iron back then. So he worked in metres, like 182 metres, whatever it was. And it says, and the pin was front left, and there's water short left, and it was right in between a 5 and a 4-iron. So I know if I tell him it's 182 metres, he's going to hit the 5-iron. So like, Billy, how far we have? I said, he got 188 metres, mate. I just took 6 yards further on it, just to convince him it'd be a 4-iron and he'd get it past the hole, Anyway, flushed it, went out of bounds over the green. No, he didn't. He hit it. He hit it exactly 6 yards past the hole. If I'd have given the right yardage, he might have hauled it, but he took the water out of play and he won the tournament, beat Faldo by 2 shots, but I can't believe I did that. There's not a chance I'd have the bottle to do that now, but back then I thought,
Tell you one I had,
time the wrong one.
and this is funny because this ain't even out of the fairway or fly line, this is on a tee box. Did a tournament in Korea, caddying for Pulse, and I think we did the Thursday and the Friday, and we're not doing particularly well, we're middle of the pack. And this hole, and this is going back a while, because it was about 285 front par 4, but the wind was in out the left the first 2 days. And he had said, what do you think? Should we try and have a go, get it? I said, it's not worth it, mate, you've got to trap it. I said, just hit 5 wood down the left, sand on. So we did that on Thursday, Friday, but we get there Saturday, and this wind, is rather than be like that, it's just moved like that. So he says, what do you like? I said, you can get there now. I said, you can get this on the green. Just make sure it stays left of the pin, because if you're in the green side bunker, that's an easy up and down. I said, but that short one right, if you catch that, no good. So make sure you stay left of that. All right, he says, it's a driver, very predictable, little cut, bang, in that bunker. 35-yard bunker shot, and we all know what pros think of 35-yard bunker shots. But he ain't said anything, so we get down there. Now he duffs the bunker shot a bit and comes up just short of the front. Now he starts. What are we doing? Why are we hitting driver here? Why did we not just hit? I knew I'd be in this bunker. So I'm not saying anything. But he gets it up and down for a 4. And as we're walking off the green, I said, can you do us a favour, Paul? He says, what's that? I said, when you know something's going to happen, can you let me in on it? I said, because if you knew you were going to do it, we won't do it. So he's having a bit of a go back, and we have a bit of argy-bargy about it. Anyway, get there the next day, same wind. So he looks at me, and when we get to this hole, what do you think today? I said, well, like I told you yesterday, you can get there. Just make sure it's left of the pin, not right. Well, he hits it now, 8 foot, goes up there, rolls it in for eagle. And we're walking off the green. I suppose you knew you were going to hit that 8 foot today, didn't you? Hindsight, that's the one, isn't it? Hindsight. After it goes wrong.
Oh, yeah. The hindsight masters.
They know
Brilliant.
it was going to go wrong.
Best golf story you've had with a celebrity on the course?
A celebrity?
We had Ant and Deck caddying.
Oh, we stitched them up at the Masters.
At the Masters.
We were pulled up.
Oh, what, in a par 3?
I got 20 clubs in the bag, and there were that big yellow heavy club, got that in. 2 sets of waterproofs.
I remember putting
20 bottles of water.
Yeah. And who sent him out?
And he's he's obviously got the green Masters cap on. He's like, oh my God, Billy, how do you caddy this bag? I said, no, it's heavy, innit, mate? I said, I used to be 6'5" when I started this job. Look at me now, it's like, oh God, it's killing me.
Remember when he came in, he
4
was
fall.
absolutely ruined.
After 4 holes, the green hat were black. it would just sweat pissing out, and I said, "Look like you need a drink." And I opened the zip, and about 20 bottles of water fell. I went, "You bastard!"
I did that to Sam Torrance. He came to caddy for Ernie in the Pro-Am at Wentworth. So I made sure all the waterproofs were in and a couple of extra
Who's
bottles.
this?
Sam Torrance.
All right.
It was a shotgun start and we were on 16, so right outside Ernie's house. And he hadn't even got to the road there that you cross, and he's like, bloody hell, what's in this bag? He says, how do you carry that? I said, well, that's why we should get paid the big dollars. He's like, this is bloody ridiculous. But I remember Shearer caddied for, Alan Shearer caddied for somebody in that par 3 at...
Westy.
Was it Westy?
Yeah.
And he says to me in the car park, he says, I don't know how you do this. He says, that thing's ridiculous.
We played with Ronan Keaton here about, must have been Westwood's partner. Played with Ronan here about 5 years ago, and we go down the first, he says, morning Billy, all right. I says, don't speak to me. Don't want to hear a word out of you today. He said, why's that? I says, because you play your best when you say nothing at all. Yeah.
Oh dear, Billy. Here's one for you.
No, thanks.
Someone has specifically mentioned you in this one too. Would Rory have won more tournaments in the past 2 years with Billy on the bag?
There's one thing I'll say, if I were caddying for Rory, he wouldn't have finished second as many times as that.
No.
He finished tied 18th with me caddying for him. Yeah, listen, Harry's a good lad. He gets an unfair rap. The problem is, you see every shot Rory McIlroy hits, and you don't see Bolton or Fitz or Ernie. You don't see every shot they hit because it's,
it's tough.
You don't see them hitting it all
no.
the place,
But to back that up too, I think a lot of times Rory does what he wants to do.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I can see that. We've been paired with Rory in 2 or 3 Ryder Cups, so I've been out, working closely with Harry. Harry knows his stuff. He gets a lot of crap, but
he knows
how far Rory hits a golf ball. He knows his job. But like you say, you can only do.
He's a good player in his own right, Harry, as well. He's a nice kid. He does get an unfair rap, but it's because you see every shot he hits. Yeah, and Rory's there every week, and he's an unbelievable player. His time will come again.
Everyone's seen every mistake Tiger Woods has ever made. We've all seen them because we've all seen every shot he's ever hit has been recorded. But like you said, the guy out there lying 25th, 30th, making a mistake, nobody's seeing it. It goes unnoticed. So much more noticeable when you're Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, whoever it is. So they're tough jobs just for that reason. High scrutiny, eh?
Listen, every player-caddy relationship out there's always a couple of times around you end up hitting a shot you don't want to be there, but it just gets magnified because of who he is.